Like I was saying, I always tell people that when it comes to investing in yourself, you want to really invest in yourself first by way of mutual fund. And most people don't know what mutual funds are. Mutual funds are basically these pools of people that are put together in these funds by way of intrinsic searches of statistical data of birth, by way of birth, the way they came here, the situation their parents was in when they came here as far as finances, where they lived, crime, if they had done any crime, surcharges that your parents may pay or that they already paid in, if they may get divorced. It's just a big, wide, broad range of data that they go through to basically make a prediction of how much that you'll bring in a lifetime as far as surcharges and restitution. It's groups of mutual funds were full of criminals. And how did they create these funds and pool these people together? Data. So if you came up in a neighborhood, you on Section 8, y'all shoot them up, bang, bang over there, y'all robbing and y'all stealing. You and probably 100,000 million other niggas is in the same pool and they making money off y'all going to jail. But you can do the same thing and investing in your own incarceration too by way of investing in the mutual fund that you in. You gotta get an understanding that the United States of America is a corporation. It's a business. Now, America, that's just America. The United States is just the United States, but the United States of America is a corporation, and you are the employee, and you need to get your money. Some niggas gonna be talking about, oh, well, I'm sovereign. They can't govern me over this land, and I ain't an employee, and woo woo woo. Oh, nigga, save it. You got a birth certificate. You should have told your mama not to have your ass in the hospital if you gonna talk that kind of talk. How do you find out how much you're worth on the stock market? Your birth certificate, the first 3 numbers. So usually on your birth certificate, you'll see a letter come before the 12 numbers. And usually with these 12 letters that they use, it's 12 different letters that they use. And each one of them correspond with the 12 Federal Reserve banks that have your money. And they have them in an expense account. And with an expense account are basically funds that are waiting to be allocated. Find out how much you're worth on the stock market. Your birth certificate, it'll be the first 3 numbers. So usually on your birth certificate, you'll see a letter before the numbers. Now with the letters, they use 12 different letters, and each one of those letters correspond with the 12 different Federal Reserve banks. And with these Federal Reserve banks, they have expense accounts with your money in it that's waiting to be allocated, that's compensation due to an employer, a worker of this corporation. So according to the House Joint Resolution 192, they say that since we're using you as collateral to pay back our debt, and in the form of using the tax to allocate it back to the debt. Every tax dollar you spend goes towards debt. So basically they're like, well, since you've been an employee of this corporation, and we're gonna give you a line of credit. Let's extend you a line of credit just in case, if so the event happens that you go into debt, we'll pay you as an employee and you can discharge the debt off. And it'll be here, this money will be here in this account just for those purposes only. America has been acting in admiralty. And what does admiralty deal with? It deals with maritime laws. So they basically made it legal where they can treat you like a product by water. You feel me? So just picture in your mind a cargo ship. You know, a cargo ship has product on it, right? And picture in your mind a woman that's pregnant about to get ready to give birth, right? So picture this ship, right? And this ship is about to get ready to take off or go wherever it's gonna go. So with the ship, when it's finna get ready to leave, it has to break waters. And when they call the ship that's breaking waters, it's a ship that's giving birth. It's birthing waters, B-E-R-T-H, right? So on the other hand, you got with the woman, right? When a woman has a baby, a child, her water breaks first, right? So listen to it, it's correlating as the same, right? So what they're doing is they're treating you like a product by water, and the woman is the ship and you are the cargo, right? So when you got a cargo ship and they have product on it, the person comes along and says, hey, how much is this product worth on this ship? And they give them a certificate of manifesto, right? So when a woman has a child, what do? When the child is born, she gives birth, B-I-R-T-H. They give her a birth certificate. We know the birth certificate denotes the manifestation of the child, and we have to remember that the purpose of the certificate of manifesto is to show how much the child is worth. How much will the product contribute to the economy? That's you, nigga. So this ties right back around, like I said, to the mutual funds. Heaven is where babies come from. Etymologically, Heaven is a docking point for where ships stop, which is a haven. Haven is heaven. And where do babies come from? Haven. And who runs heaven? God. According to the Bible, the book of Genesis, the word God is Elohim. The word for God is Elohim, and Elohim means those judges, and those judges take control of the title property, which is the birth certificate. And that's why the waters closest to the land is called a bank, and a river bank, so to speak. And the waters in that bank, across from that bank, is called the currency. Get me? Current as in electricity, because the money is electric, and only 3 to 4% of it is spread. So you need to go get your money, man. And you want to go and access your mutual funds by way of those first 3 numbers of your birth certificate. And you want to go on fidelity.com. You can go in through Google, or you can download the app. You'll go up to your ticker symbol and type in those numbers, and you'll hit search, and you'll bring up your fund. And your fund will show you all the people that are invested into your fund. And I looked up mine. It's people like Sherwin-Williams, the paint company, Ecolab, DuPont. It's so many different companies that you wouldn't even think of that are invested and pooled into all these different mutual funds. And what are pooled funds? Pooled funds are basically funds that are put all together into this one group, and just put it into for as investment. It's just like when you carpooling, everybody get into one car and go one direction. It's the same as with these investors. They'll put all their money together and put it into one mutual fund. I'm gonna go live and do a part 2 of this video showing y'all step by step everything that you need to click on as far as on fidelity.com and invest in yourself, because everybody don't know how to invest in a mutual fund. A lot of people don't even know how to buy 1 share of a stock. A lot of black people don't know this. So we're gonna walk through it step by step, y'all, and at the same time you're gonna get educated on how you can invest in other stocks as well.